Hey, my friends, how connected do we feel to each other? I'm asking this question because in this week's Parsha, the Jewish people commit the worst possible sin ever. The Jewish people miscalculate Moshe coming down from Har Sinai, and they fashion this golden calf and they start worshiping it. They literally cheat on God. And after all, the perpetrators of this crime are pretty severely punished. Moshe now turns to the rest of the Jewish people, the Jews who ostensibly were not involved in the sin of the golden calf. And he says, Vayomer Moshe la'am, Moshe says to the nation, Atem chatatem chata'a gdola, you have sinned a great sin. Va'ata elel Hashem, and now I have to go back up to God, go back up to Sinai. Ulai achpara ba'ad chatatchem, maybe God will forgive you for your sin. And all the commentaries ask the question, what sin? Moshe is addressing the part of the Jewish community that were not involved, that were not implicated in the sin of the golden calf. And my teacher, Rabbi J.J. Schachter, suggested it's the sin of indifference. Yes, these were the Jews that did not participate in the sin of the golden calf. These were the Jews who remained innocent on the sidelines, but that was just it. They remained on the sidelines. They didn't get involved. They didn't stop their brothers from doing what they knew they shouldn't have been doing. It's not enough for us to just say, well, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, or I'm not doing what I'm not supposed to be doing, and let everybody else live their lives. Kol Yisrael arevim zeh bazeh. All Jews are responsible one for the next. If anything happens to a fellow Jew in Israel, we've got to feel something. God forbid we hear of the loss of a hero, of an Israeli soldier. Take a minute out of your crazy schedule and sit and think about it. Absorb the enormity of the loss. Recite a kapitel of Tehillim, a psalm of prayer. We can't simply continue to go about our own personal lives disconnected from everything going on in Israel, or just disconnected from anyone here, our fellow Jew here living here in the United States. And that also applies, I think, on the political level. If the United States or any other country, even great allies, are pressuring Israel to do something against Israel's best interests, and it's not for us in the diaspora to determine what's in the best interest of Israel, it's in the best interest of the Jewish people in Israel. They will determine this for themselves. Whatever it is they decide to do, we have to back them up. We have to have their back. Kol Yisrael arevim zeh bazeh. One Jew is responsible for the next. Moshe goes to the rest of the Jewish people who did not sin in the golden calf, and he's like, you're part of this. We're all one. And if we're truly one, then we have to stop putting in our own little politics, our own little opinions as to what should be done, but simply ask our brothers and sisters in Israel, what do you want? How can we have your back? And if they need to continue to fight, then we have to continue to support that fight, irrespective of what Israel's allies and even friends have to say. We have to listen, we have to be respectful, and at the end of the day, we have to have each other's backs. Shabbat Shalom.